Hi, welcome to For the Culture Canada, the center point of art and entrepreneurship. Now, before we get into today's episode, I just wanted to let you know to make sure to follow us on all the major streaming platforms and also make sure that you rate us 5 stars if you enjoyed the podcast. Thank you very much. Now let's get into it. So, I have some people that I've been wanting to get on this podcast for so long. I've been literally going back and forth between these guys for I'm sure 3 weeks or a month or whatever, and now we finally got it going. I have Postmodern Connection. I'm so excited to have Tega and George, 2 members of the band, a part of this show today. Yep. Now, unfortunately, Steven actually is in Japan and going to Taiwan as well, and then Aaron wasn't able to make it either, but we have these 2 guys, and I'm really, really excited to have them on here, so thank you for coming.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
No worries, no worries.
It's been
Thanks
quite
for being
a while.
Yeah.
It's been a long time coming, man.
And I've been just messaging you, Tega, right?
Yeah, well, you've been messaging the page, but I've been the one answering, so yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, so before we get into everything regarding your band, of course, I wanted to ask you actually a little bit about your history. I really like figuring out about you two. Okay. So we'll start with you, Tega. How did you get in? Well, where were you born? Where did you start getting into all this?
Where was I born? I was born in a city called Abuja, which is the capital of Nigeria now. To get into music. Honestly, you kind of grew up around it. I grew up in the church, so I've always grown up around it. My parents always listened and played good music, and I never thought I'd actually end up doing it until I came here 2015. Then my brother Ed was really serious about it, and I was like, well, there's really nothing else that I feel like I'm good at, so I might as well give it a try. That's basically what got me into music.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And you, George, where are you from?
I'm actually Lebanese.
Okay.
I was born and raised in Abu Dhabi, the United Arab Emirates. Basically, what got me started in playing music and stuff, when I was a kid, my dad used to play classical music right before I slept. Yeah. And then one day I was like, hey, how do they make this? How do they make music? And then my dad just threw me into piano lessons.
Classical.
Right? Nice. So he put me into piano lessons for a couple of years, and I'm like, hey, I want to play the guitar, and then just went on from there, I guess.
Okay, very cool. And how did you guys meet?
Yeah, I have no idea.
I don't remember. No, I really don't.
Fun fact: we actually have no idea how we met.
I really don't remember.
What about Steve? Do you guys remember how?
Steve, yeah. Well, I don't remember exactly when we met, but I do remember asking him to join the band and play the bass for us after Sim, who played with us for one show, and I was like, well, I kind of want...
as well, right?
Yeah, at Docks, and I was like, I kind of... Because we borrowed Steven's bass for Sim to play, and I was like, you know what? Steven can probably play his own bass. Why don't we just get him...
Why not get Steven?
Yeah, why don't we just get him to play the bass for us? So
that makes
I asked
sense.
him, 2016, the end of 2016, I asked him to join us, and then I asked another guy, our first drummer, John, and then I think we played our first full show as a band beginning of 2017.
Landmarks?
Yeah, the Landmark building. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. That's crazy. And before we get into what Postmodern Connection is, George, you were saying that you initially were a metal musician, right?
Yeah, pretty much. I would only listen to metal.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so what kind of metal, by the way? I'm just curious.
Behemoth, Lamb of God, Cannibal Corpse, a lot of heavy stuff, and bit of the lighter end when it comes to metal, a bit of punk rock or Asking Alexandria, stuff like that. Pretty much all the whole spectrum of metal, basically.
Damn, that's crazy. What?
Yeah.
Okay, so how did you go from liking that to playing what this is?
Honestly speaking, I'd always into metal. Yeah. And I was like, one day I was like, why not? Let me dive into the indie genre. Let's see how that sounds. And then I just liked it.
Dope. That's
pretty
crazy.
much. And then not just indie, a lot of soul, R&B, a lot.
You met me, and I
and
was
then
like,
I met him, and then basically
some more soul and R&B.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, Tega increased the spectrum.
Hell yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Those are the types of people you want in your life.
Oh yeah, exactly.
And Tega, what did you listen to growing up? Obviously R&B and soul.
A bit of that. The majority of music coming out in Nigeria is Afrobeat.
Yeah.
And high life and that kind of stuff, and reggae. So that's really what I listened to growing up, and then a lot of gospel stuff. an unnecessarily high amount of gospel music.
Yeah.
And then I started listening to more hip hop and rap, and then in Nigeria you don't really get the niche indie musicians, so I heard only the bigger people like One Republic and Coldplay and the
Right.
bigger pop guys. Then I really liked that kind of stuff, and I was like, that's kind of, if I was going to do anything, that's probably what I want to do. I also did like rap and hip hop too.
Yeah.
So that's really what I started listening to, and then I actually got to a point where I started listening to like heavy EDM. I listened to grime, of course, because grime is pretty big in Nigeria too.
Really? I didn't
Yeah.
know that actually.
Yeah.
Is there a lot of grime musicians from there?
There's a lot of grime musicians in the UK originally from there, but
Yeah.
I got to listen to it evolve a bit. So I got to listen to it from when it was a bit housey to what it is now, which is pretty cool.
That's so sick.
Yeah,
Damn.
it started off like not garagey, but it didn't sound anything like what it does today.
Right.
Yeah,
Damn, that's super cool to see a genre just like evolve like that.
mhm.
Yeah.
That's what I grew up listening to, and then like I said, I got into EDM pretty heavy for a while.
I didn't
Yeah.
know this.
And then it kind of faded out, and I was like, this isn't it. And then I got to high school in St. Catharines, and by that time what was I listening to? Don't remember.
More EDM.
Yeah, it wasn't EDM, but I started picking up more soul R&B stuff to listen to.
I see. That's wild, man.
Mhm.
Okay. And so, and I just wanted to ask you, I find this so fascinating that like people were able to just like find this place. How did you guys choose on everywhere on the planet to come to Kelowna?
Yeah.
Why Kelowna?
I'm all like everyone asks us this question.
Mm-hmm.
Well, pretty much university.
University.
Oh.
Yeah, I applied to UBC Van actually as an engineer, but I
Didn't get in.
and
It's
I
not
also
smart
wanted
enough.
to change to computer science. So I ended up just applying to Okanagan.
I wasn't smart enough.
But yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's how I'm here. I
Oh,
guess.
for me, I wasn't. When I was applying for university, I did not care too much. I literally just threw out applications. My mom wanted me to go to UBCO because my brother was already there. So UBC accepted me, and no one else did. And I was like, well, I guess I'm
Why
going to
not?
UBC
Hey,
then.
cool.
And I ended up here. That was it.
And what are you taking?
I actually just transferred to the college to do business admin.
Oh.
So I did like the first couple years of international relations, and I was like, it's cool and all, and I like politics, but I do want to know more about business right now.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's super cool. That's what I'm taking too.
Oh, wow.
Business admin?
Yeah.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah. That's awesome. But this is not about me. So
At the college or at UBC?
college.
Nice.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
Guess I'll see you September.
January. I'm gonna take some time off to
Oh,
like
okay.
work and then
Yeah.
go
makes
back in
sense.
Fair
January.
I did the same thing.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so and then postmodern connection. So you guys don't remember how you guys met?
To be quite honest, yeah.
No, not really.
How long are you two friends for before postmodern connection started?
Well,
I don't know. It all
so basically, how this happened is we just started playing music together.
Okay.
Right.
I don't know how. We don't know what our first gig was.
Yeah, but we
it was the
jammed.
Well?
I'm pretty sure we jammed. We played it in the Well, but I feel like we did an open mic before then.
If I'm not mistaken, I think you called me once. You said you wanted a guitarist.
Yeah.
I think I don't know. I forgot. It
I
was,
was
a long,
probably
it was a
looking
long
for
time
someone
ago.
to play guitar with.
Okay.
And then we just kept
Then
on
we
playing
jammed.
cover music together
Yeah.
for a couple of months, and then we started like
Writing
our
our
own
own stuff.
music, and
Yeah.
we're like, you know what? It would be cool if we had a
Had more
4-piece
people.
band.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
So-
that process took probably closer to a year because George and I
A
played
while.
played close to a year ourselves, just doing open mics
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And then we're like, we would be able to play a bit more shows and be a lot more impactful if we had other members. You know, it's hard to play at Fernando's or at Doc's if you're just two people with acoustic guitar, right?
True.
Yeah, it's harder to do those kind of shows. So.
Yeah. Very true. Very true. And okay, so and then you eventually just sort of thought to yourself like, hey, we should maybe put a label on ourselves, call ourselves Postmodern Connection. Were you always Postmodern Connection?
We were Tega and George.
we're literally
basically.
just Tega and George. Yeah, or sometimes just Tega, and I'd be like, "This is George." Like, yeah,
Well,
Alright.
you had people knew you more than
yeah, because
people
I
knew
used,
me
I
because
used
you
to
had
go.
your brother here, right?
Yeah, and I used to go open micing by myself a lot too. Yeah.
I see. Cool. That's
Yeah.
awesome. All right, and then your band started in 2017, right? Officially?
Yeah,
Pretty much.
officially, I would say, yeah.
Yeah, and that's when you had 4 members at that point?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had 4 full members, and we didn't really have a name for it either. We were just Band A.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There was really no name for it. I think, when did we even come up with the name? Came up with the name later up in the year. We are trying to decide. Came up with the name after summer, right?
It was. I remember
Or
it
was
was
it
during
during
summer.
summer? It was probably
during
during
summer.
summer.
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah, that's when we kind of came up with the name. We're trying to find a lot of different ones. I went on to the generic name your band sites and all
Really?
that, but nothing. I couldn't find anything I liked.
Okay.
We tried out a lot of different names.
A lot of silly names.
The
and
smooth, the smooth
the
service.
smooth service. Yeah. Or at that time, it was just Steven, me, and Tega, and we were like, let's just call it the 3 A's. we have an Asian, African, and Arab. Triple
Oh,
A.
that's
But
hilarious.
yeah, that didn't. I don't think that worked out. So
No,
we chose
no.
Postmodern Connection.
Yeah,
Who came up with that?
that
Tega,
is me.
actually. Yeah.
Oh.
I liked it because I liked the whole postmodernist theory, not rebelling, but just questioning things and not trying to conform and, just not trying to be put in one box. That was the whole point of the name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And do you believe that the future is eventually going to lead us to like a dystopian future?
That's a very interesting.
I think the world's going to
concept.
end soon, so no, I don't think we're
You
going to
think
get
that?
to see it.
Oh, really?
Really and truly, I don't think we're going to get to. Either the world's going to end or the world for humans is going to end and we're all going to die.
I think it's the world for humans, to be quite honest. I feel like AI is evolving pretty rapidly right now.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
evolving scarily.
Yeah.
Rapidly. Like,
The next evolution in technology is going to be biotech, for real.
Oh, definitely.
You know?
Definitely.
And I think that's going to be, honestly, I'm kind of really interested to see how it goes because,
Man, we're going to face a huge issue, in my opinion, because, like, with how quickly AI is developing, the government isn't moving nearly as
Oh,
quickly
yeah.
because
Oh, yeah.
everyone's going to be out of jobs pretty soon the way things are going. And then
Yeah.
what happens then? Because AIs will do all our jobs for cheaper. But then if none of us are working, then we don't have any money to spend. And if we don't have any money to spend, how's the economy going to
Exactly.
run?
How's it gonna run?
What's
they have to rethink it. It's all
Yeah,
about
like-
adaptivity,
yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And the thing, though, too, is that it actually does create jobs for people that are good at engineering, AI, software and hardware.
That's the thing. They've programmed AI to program themselves and other AI.
So that leaves-
programmers
yeah.
are going to be out of jobs.
Yeah.
For
Exactly.
later down the line. They're going to be pretty important, but later down the
I
line,
feel
they're
like
also going to be
they're
out of
going
jobs.
to be the last.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna be the last job. Programming could be the last job for the human race before
An
extinction,
engineer.
maybe.
Yeah. Before
I
we're
don't know.
all turned into the guys from Wall-E.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Damn, that's so wild. I legit can't wait for like the next 20 to 60 to 70 years,
Right.
man.
Because like if you do think about it, with technology, we've barely been at like 100 years of technology.
Yeah. Like,
It's barely been
we haven't
100
had that
years.
much.
Yeah.
And internet was pretty much nothing 10 years ago. And
Yeah.
imagine the internet in another
Now,
10 years
like,
or technology.
it's
It's
crazy.
growing rapidly.
So
Yeah.
Definitely
rapid.
faster than
Then the
humans
government can
and
keep up.
maturity and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
It's a lot faster than the government can keep up with.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
and the thing is, the government is just full of just sort of like old white people that don't know how to. They don't know how technology works. So it's like.
for example, remember Mark Zuckerberg when he went
Oh, for
and
his-
all
for the
senators,
hearing.
I
Yeah,
think,
oh
and
my
they
days.
actually asked him, how do you make money? It's just a website. And I'm like, oh my god, are you kidding me?
He's like, Senator, we run ads.
He runs ads.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my, that was a funny hearing.
Yeah, it was.
He
It
looked
was.
so pissed off.
Man.
Okay.
My
Anyway,
days.
music. Let's get into it.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So, yeah, postmodern connection. So, what's really surprised me about your band is that you guys have actually built like a pretty strong following as a band that hasn't released very much. You only have 2 singles out, and the one
One.
single actually just came out in July 10th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have one single really in
On
true.
Bandcamp?
Or sorry, July 21st. My
Yeah.
bad. Yeah, July 21st. But your first single, would you consider that a single? Slipping?
No,
Not really.
it was
More like a
literally-
jam session.
yeah.
Hey, let's just put,
It was
something
It
out.
was one mic. I had a one Shure mic in the garage, and I threw on reverb.
It
And
was slipping, right?
yeah, and
Yeah, it
I
was
EQ'd
slipping.
it
Yeah.
so it doesn't sound as harsh to listen to and threw it on Bandcamp.
Pretty much like,
Okay.
hey, we exist, guys.
Yeah, that
We're
was
here.
literally what it was for.
Okay. So
Yeah.
your actual official single, Lost in Talk, which came out July 21st, is your
Is our
only
official
single.
single,
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
I would say so. You can still listen to Slipping if you want, but
If you like the raw sound of it, then yeah.
Some people actually really, really like that over the polished sort of.
yeah.
Yeah,
Vibe.
Lauren, for example, a friend of mine. She loves our demos.
Yeah.
More than our actual recorded stuff, which is very interesting. I'm like, really? Are you sure?
There's just a rawness to it. It's like it's honest. It's just it's just really raw and just it captures
feels
people.
authentic, I guess.
Yeah, it does. It does. Okay, and so what I've noticed about the lyrics of your music so far, I haven't obviously had a chance to listen to the other songs that you have because that's just what you have on the internet. But I've noticed that a lot of your music sort of has like a biographical type of end to it, or at least it draws back to maybe some kind of experience that you had.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Is that something that, do you find that this music is cathartic for you? Do you find that it's a release of emotion or a draw back to a memory?
Sweet. Context clues, thank you. No idea what cathartic meant.
I'd say so. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I think we both write off experience.
Yeah.
Especially for me, it's hard to write off something I haven't experienced or I can't feel or I can't, if I'm not emotionally in tune with it, then it's not possible. And the best way for me to get emotionally in tune with it is by experiencing it myself or by at least knowing what it feels like or if I'm not experiencing it myself, it needs to be a strong enough emotion that I can relate to it. So, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this. So I have had some friends who've passed away or who've had loved ones passed away, and I've written based on that. And it's not that I've had any loved ones I know passed away, but it's a strong enough emotion.
That way you can
Yeah,
translate
and
it into music,
and I
you know?
can think if I had a loved one pass away, how would I feel right now? And yeah, that I can write off.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely it is cathartic.
It's all experience at the end of the day, right? Yeah.
Yeah. I guess.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah. I find that it's a really easy way to just sort of experience therapy when I write music myself, you know?
Exactly.
So, you use cathartic exactly how you're supposed to, by the way. Good
Dang.
job.
Yeah, so
But-
basically, like, music is a medium to, like,
Express.
portray emotions rather than, like, I don't know how to explain it.
It's just
I know what
another...
you mean, yeah.
I found that it's another way of just communicating in a way that
Exactly, yeah.
speaking can't really achieve, you know?
Like, people go like, wow, that lyric kind of hit hard. And it's like, yeah, it's an
Yeah.
experience someone had.
Yeah. What's Lost in Talk about specifically?
You wrote it.
Well, pretty much Lost in Talk is about being lost in conversation. You trying to mean one thing, but the other person is meaning something else. It's basically, to sum it up, it's miscommunication in a relationship.
Fuck
Oh,
boy.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
About being
Yeah.
a fuck boy.
Well, I don't know about that. But yeah, it's just miscommunication between two loved ones.
Okay.
And yeah, the guy, let's say, or a person wants something out of this relationship, while the other person wants something else out of this
Yeah,
relationship.
and then
you know?
one person is kind of leading the other person to believe something else. That's also a vibe I got from it. And while the other person, it's also, I think George and I tend to write a bit too much on slightly abusive relationships.
Yes.
Because at the end of it, it goes, I don't mind, even though you know you're being led down some very whack path with someone who doesn't really mean it. You're like, I'll take whatever kind of love I can get at this
Yeah.
point. Yeah.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense. And that kind of stuff can be like painful to experience, of course. But
yeah.
you know what though? It allows you to grow as an individual.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly. You learn from your mistake. Like, I would never say anything that I had in the past that I regret. Honestly, I don't regret anything because the experience has
helps
taught
you
me to
grow.
become a better person. You know,
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's exactly what I take from
like
it.
what I
too.
expect from something or.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it helps you love yourself, to be honest.
Totally. It puts into perspective what your value is and what your worth is. Yeah, for sure, for sure. That's crazy. That's awesome. And I wanted to then move on from your singles onto actually the Clustered Umbrella EP.
Oh, jeez.
The mystery EP.
So what's this big old
yeah.
question mark
You
here?
had to dig deep for this EP, bro.
It was the summer of 2017.
17, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that when we did the Red Bull thing?
Yeah, it was right after the Red Bull thing. Before I traveled, we recorded a bunch of we
Yeah.
recorded like 4 or 5 songs that were like,
Yeah.
you know what, let's release this Clustered Umbrella EP.
Mm-hmm. And we're gonna call it Cluster Umbrella.
Yeah,
Just-
and then you called it Cloudy.
those cloudy days. I was
Yeah,
gonna call it
Cloudy
those
Days.
cloudy days and release like a 3-piece EP and then release a full length EP
Exactly.
later on. But you know things happened and now
We just weren't satisfied with it.
yeah.
Pretty
Oh.
much.
And honestly, we didn't think it was a good business plan to release an EP
Mhm.
very early, that early. Where is it?
We're trying to find it.
Yeah, 2017, July. Yeah. The whole idea behind the name, though, George came up with was just, it was about looking okay on the outside, but not being okay on the inside,
Mhm.
essentially. That's why we had the whole logo just
Of
being
rain
raining
inside the umbrella.
underneath the umbrella.
But it's a sunny day outside.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
So pretty much, let's say everybody owns the same umbrella, right? And when you look at that umbrella, it's not raining, right? But once you actually look inside the umbrella, there's just a cluster of things just
going on.
in people's heads, like depression.
Yeah. You never know
anxiety.
what anyone's
Exactly.
going through, to be honest.
Exactly.
That was the whole point, and we had we had 4 songs recorded that we really liked. So yeah, that was the whole idea for the EP. It may happen next year, it may not. We'll see what happens.
We'll
with
see,
it.
we'll see.
But we're definitely gonna call our first EP Clustered Umbrella.
Cool.
Yeah,
I
sure.
really like that concept. Once
Mhm.
again, it actually, to me, speaks of catharsis once again to sort of convey an emotion, right? That you may not be able to get otherwise. So that's very cool.
I'm actually pretty happy we didn't release it because we've written a bunch of good songs
And we've
now.
improved
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
songs as well.
Yeah,
We've
and-
added a lot of stuff that we're like,
Yeah.
oh, thank God we did not release that EP.
And the recording process
yeah.
we know a lot more about now, and we've
So
met
we're
a
just
lot of
starting to get
people who are
into it,
willing
right?
to help. So it was good we took the time to grow and experience more before we release an EP.
Yeah.
'Cause now when we release an EP, it's gonna be very good.
Yeah,
We're very
something.
professional for sure.
Yeah, and who records it? Where do you do the recording?
Well, we
Combination.
recorded Lost in Talk.
At Arc House
Yeah.
Studio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know Arc House. Yeah.
Yeah, we recorded Lost and Talk at Arc House. We're gonna do our
Thinking
second
of doing it
recording.
ourselves, really.
Yeah, we're probably gonna do that one ourselves and see how good of quality we can get.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's good, then we're just gonna keep doing it ourselves.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because,
Pretty
yeah.
much, we're gonna experiment.
Do you guys have mixing experience or mastering experience?
I mixed Lost and Talk, so yeah.
Oh, did you? Okay,
Yeah.
that sounded really good.
Thank you. Yeah. So I have a bit, and then Aaron does like live sound, and he knows a bit of engineering. So
Right.
between the two, Aaron's our drummer. Between the two of us, we can make it work. And there's also Andrew Judah is offered to mix our next single. So
So I hope he really does, because he's really good
Oh,
at what he
he will,
does.
yeah.
He's
Yeah.
really good at what he does.
I'm gonna go learn a bit from him and see what more I can learn.
I'm even gonna
Just
jump on the
gather
wagon
as
as well and
much
learn.
experience. Yeah.
Yeah, that's wicked. That's
Yeah.
super cool. Okay.
And, and before that, me and Ed used to mix our own tracks. We've gotten a lot better at it, but like 2015 and onwards, we just stopped. We stopped paying a producer to help us mix it, and because we were like, we want to learn how to do it ourselves, even if it's shit, even if it's the worst quality. We want to learn and start from somewhere, so that now when I mix Lost and Talk, it's like everyone's like, this sounds great,
Yeah.
but I'm like, yeah, we needed a lot. We're in 2018 now, so we needed 3 years prior to learn how to make something that sounds decent.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yeah. And there's
Yeah.
still a long way to go too.
Well, yeah, that's okay though. It's always good to have that growth ahead of you and be aware of it. I was actually playing before you guys came here. I was playing Lost and Talk on my Google Home, and it sounded really good. I was able
Yeah.
to hear all the instruments, all the
Yeah.
it sounded pretty
Yeah.
well done. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's my
thanks.
first time mixing a band, so I think I did a good job. I think there's still tons
think
of
you did a
room
pretty
for
good job at
improvement,
it.
but I think I did a good job still.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, definitely. That's awesome. Okay, and you just played a few shows. You played about 2 shows last week, right? One at
Yeah.
Cary
Yeah.
Park.
Yeah.
And then you
One at
also
Fernando's.
one
On
at
Tuesday.
Fernando's. Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah, so you like those shows?
Yeah, the Fernando's one.
It's because we played with Major Funk and the Employment, and
oh my
holy
days,
moly,
they were
so professional.
They were a great band.
I thought I was all right at the guitar after I saw them. I was like, no, I don't deserve to play the guitar.
Yo, the guitarist was, and he used to be a metal guitarist too.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why he was
Yeah,
killing
I think
those skills.
he was.
He's,
Yeah,
they were
definitely
incredible
a metal
to
licks
see.
here and there.
They brought out live trumpet and sax, and wow.
Damn.
The
It
bassist
was
was on
very
a
incorporated.
different level altogether. Like some
yeah,
funky shit.
they've learned jazz
Yeah,
all
they
their
were
lives,
jazz trained,
so
that's what I was told.
they're
Yeah.
very jazz trained. So
Okay.
They were crazy. But our set too was pretty solid. I think probably the best set we've played. Our sound,
Yeah.
we finally
figured
were
out
able to, we finally figured out how to set up our amps to get a great live sound that we want.
for us, so we could hear
Everything.
everything
Yeah.
rather than Tega, I really can't hear your
Yeah,
voice.
can you turn up your
Yeah.
guitar? Can you do
Yeah.
this? Yeah.
Cool. What's your set list like?
Like how long is it?
Yeah, how long is it? What songs do you play? Do you play any covers? This is obviously showing that I haven't seen you guys play live yet.
Not everyone
Yet.
can make
Yet.
out time to see us. That's fair.
Yeah, sorry,
Um,
boys.
no, it's
Well, we
okay.
have a couple of covers that
We play
a lot of the
for the
Alabama.
for the
Shake
first set.
song.
We dropped
Give
the
Me All
other
Your
one.
Love.
We play "Give Me All Your Love" though. That's our opener.
Sick.
It's always good. It's always
It's
fun
always
to
a
play.
good.
I love playing that song.
It's a great opener.
Yeah.
And
Dope.
so we start with that, then we go into Memories, which is the single we're gonna be releasing next.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fingers
Alert.
crossed.
Spoiler alert! Pretty soon, before the end of the year.
Got a time?
Yeah.
Okay, so before
Definitely
the end of
before
the
the
year,
end of the year. We're looking for
Before
we're
the end of
looking
the year.
at October, November.
Hopefully.
Okay.
Hopefully we'll see how
Yeah.
it goes. But
Okay.
we're aiming for that, and then
We play
slipping. We
right
play slipping,
afterwards.
which we've improved on it a lot.
Yeah, it used to be a
Really?
completely different style
Yeah,
and
it's-
song as a
yeah.
whole.
It sounds
Yeah,
It
before.
sounds more Afrobeaty now.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's
so there's like
cool.
indie rock mixed with Afrobeat and a lot of psychedelic rock.
Yeah.
Sick.
There's
So it's
new
a
licks on
big
it.
mixture.
Yeah, it's
Sick,
a cool
yeah.
song. Then we go into
Then we go into
restart. We're going to
right.
restart. Restart's a very nice. I feel like it's a very underrated song for us.
It's a very it's
'Cause we
it's,
don't
it's
talk
more
about it
of
much.
the alternative rock side of the
Yeah,
band.
we
really.
don't talk about it much, but it's a nice song.
Oh, cool.
And then I finally got a good set of has most of the pedals that I want to buy. I've only got a sequencer left, but I use all of that in
I still
the
have a long
in
way
the
to go with pedals.
I use all of that in that song, and it's nice.
Hell
So,
yeah.
and our set's 45 minutes long for the first one. We do have 2 other sets though.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So like depending on how long we're playing in that gig,
Yeah.
yeah.
So we can go 2 hours 15, I think.
wow.
Yeah, we could go all the way from a
'Cause
short
it's-
30 to 45 minute set to 1 hour.
To 1 hour
Sorry,
and a half. 'Cause that's
yeah.
2:45s, and then my math is shit, but I think that's 2 hours 15.
Yeah, and we
minutes.
still have a lot of songs that we're incorporating. We're actually working on our third set list. To be quite
Really?
honest. Yeah.
Yeah.
And why?
More songs.
More songs? Okay.
We just keep making songs and they need to
Yeah,
be played.
There's a
Hey, it's not a bad thing.
Yeah, no, it's not.
And if people ask you to play like an encore or whatever, what do you guys usually play?
Well, we actually just talk.
It
we're like,
depends.
why not? Let's play the same song that we played.
Sometimes.
Because we honestly, what we do is that we kind of study the crowd. Which song
went over the best.
Yeah, went over the best. And if, like, for instance, Nostalgic Remains is always a
goes
really
over
good
great.
one.
That's our ending song.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It also depends on if we're playing with another band, if we're opening. If we're opening, then we don't do
Yeah,
any encores,
because we
that's
don't want to
kinda-
steal away from
that's
that time. That's pretty rude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
But the other one is we play Youngblood by the Districts. I don't know if you know it, but
Love
No,
the
I don't know
Districts.
that song.
Shout out to the Districts.
great. It is great.
They really
They influenced
influenced us at a very hardcore level.
Yeah.
Ooh, cool,
yeah.
okay.
He showed me the
I'll have to
Districts
check
and
them
I was
out.
like, yo,
Yeah.
what's going on? Yeah.
Sick. I'll have to check them out.
They're
That's
crazy.
awesome. And how did your show at Cary Park go?
Oh, it's fun.
Really well. It was fun.
Yeah, it was chill.
A lot of new faces. A lot of kids were dancing.
Yeah, we had
Cool.
all the
We
had,
toddlers
like,
dancing.
Yeah, like
PMC for the
4-year-olds,
kids.
5-year-olds, just like jumping around.
It was
pretty
cool.
fun.
I actually had quite a few people come up to me the next day and the same day saying they loved it. You couldn't tell because they were all just sitting on the grass, kind of like,
Vibing?
blank
Pretty
face.
much just
yeah.
to chill out.
Yeah,
Right.
so you really
Yeah.
couldn't tell if they enjoyed it, but we got a lot of good feedback
got good
afterwards,
feedback.
so it went really good.
Very cool. That's awesome. That's crazy. Cool. I'm happy you enjoyed it, man. I wish I could have gone to that. I was working.
Nah.
It
It's all
sucks.
good,
I'm
man.
always.
It's all good.
You're probably literally right there. No, you don't work at the
Oh,
downtown.
you work-
Nah,
Walmart
my girlfriend
one,
works at the
yeah.
downtown one,
Yeah.
so yeah. So
But hey, it's not like we're gonna stop playing, so
no, yeah,
you can definitely
exactly.
show up, yeah.
Exactly. Do you guys have any upcoming shows?
We are kind of done for August.
Cause
Steven.
Oh, right, yeah,
yeah,
Steven
left,
left
yeah.
for vacation.
Right. How long's he gone for?
For all of August.
All of
All
August.
of August.
Comes
So
back on
basically,
the
we're just gonna work
27th.
on music, making music, recording demos.
Yeah, we're
scratch
gonna
tracks.
flesh out our third set and
Yeah.
throw all the instruments in there and have a good idea of
Maybe
what we
add
want it
new
to
different
sound
instruments.
like. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then probably we're starting September.
Yeah, we're gonna start in
Hopefully.
September.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have
that's
one
crazy.
confirmed for the 22nd. Possible show in Vancouver on the 29th.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if we can get something early in September though.
Right.
Yeah, that'd be great.
That would be sick.
Yeah.
That would be very, very cool.
I honestly can't wait for like the end of this year. Honestly, with all the gigs coming up.
Yeah, it sounds like you
And
guys.
and the second release as well. I really can't wait. I'm
Yeah,
very excited
Memories.
for it.
That's
Yeah.
the one I'm really excited for, to be honest.
What's Memory sound like? Is it similar to Lost and Talk?
Not at all.
Not at all.
Okay.
Not at, it's very
It's more of a
soulful Arctic Monkeys.
but when it goes up to the end, it's more Arctic Monkeys.
Yeah,
Oh, cool.
it's very
Yeah.
very different from Lost and Talk.
Okay.
It has a lot of things incorporated into that.
Yeah, that's why I'm
song as
excited
well.
for it, because it's like it shows you a different side. Lost and Talk shows you a different side of us too. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I think it's gonna be sweet.
Yeah. Hell yeah. I'm
Plus-
super psyched to hear
I'm
it.
pretty sure
Yeah.
but a lot of people who come to our shows know Memories more than Lost and Talk.
Because
Mm.
Lost
So
and
it's
Talk
gonna-
is a newer song.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So it's gonna go over well with them.
Yeah. Hell yeah. I'm really excited to hear about it. Now, before we finish off this episode, I wanted to just talk to you about your Instagram caption game. Like, you guys, your caption game is so goddamn strong.
Thank you.
Man, who comes up with it?
I've done
Me.
some, but he does it all. To be quite honest,
Hell yeah. Nah, you
he's the
guys.
marketing master.
Nah, you guys are the best. Like, of all the people that I follow, you guys are easily the best.
Especially the stories.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
man.
George. Don't be like George, breaking into.
So apparently, I just got out of jail. No, that's a joke. That was a joke. Tega was writing that, and he showed it to me. He's like, "What do you think?" I'm like, "Hell, send it. Why not?"
Yeah, that's so dope. I
Yeah.
love it. That's so sick. Yeah, no, they're great. They're great. They're really good. Cool. Oh, and finally, before we finish, did you guys have any questions for me at all?
What made you want to start?
Yeah.
What made me want to start was that basically, I just felt like I've always spent like a ton of my time just completely alone doing my own projects and stuff, and I'm happy with that. But the social part of me that wants to like meet more people that have similar mindset to me, or people that are also creative and artistic, I just felt like I wasn't around them enough, and so I used this as a way to kind of get to know them better. Plus, I wanted to sort of I felt that the Kelowna art and culture scene and entrepreneur scene was sort of like segmented and fragmented. So
Very underground.
yeah,
Very.
exactly. And I wanted to sort of bring it a lot more forefront, you know, just sort of like make, like Victoria is known for being like a fairly cultural city, and,
Yeah.
and Vancouver is too. And I don't want Kelowna to not have that either.
Yeah, Kelowna is funny because they have a lot of very good people. The
There's a lot
more
of
the
good
more I
artists
go
here.
out, the more incredible people I see, and I'm like, why? Where's the community? You know, like everyone knows of everyone, and everyone knows each other, and most people are following each other. But I don't feel the community there. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Everyone knows of everyone, but I just don't feel it. It's
Yeah.
All like
What's
everyone's
going
sectioned
on?
out. You know.
Yeah,
It's
doing
very
their own
cliquey.
thing.
Exactly.
I feel like Kelowna's a very cliquey city.
It is.
You're not the first
Yeah.
person to say that.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
not at all.
Nah, but I want to sort of like melt that away, you know. I want to be sort of the melting point of everybody and everything, because I genuinely think there are lots of good people here.
There are,
you know, like
yeah.
you guys are very interesting, bubbly people to talk to, and so it's just sort of like I want more people like that. Like everybody that I talk to has been awesome. They're great, and so I just want more people to like like that. And also, I want kids that are like maybe 14 or whatever to like look up to guys like you and to other people that I
That'd be
interview
nice.
and say like,
Yeah.
you know, I want to start a band. You know, I think these guys are really cool. You know, I
Like
want
yeah.
people to
influence
look
other
up to you.
people. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So that's why I started it. That was my inspiration.
That's cool. That's really cool.
Actually, I have a question for you, man.
Yeah.
what bands did you listen to? I'm actually pretty curious. Yeah.
Yo, okay. I listen to lots of different bands, man. Like, I see the thing is I don't necessarily listen to genres per se because each band has its own sort of particular personality that I like. But I really like Title Fight. I really like the Chili Peppers, John Frusciante. I really like who's I just listening to today. I was also, of course, listening to YG's new album.
Oh yeah.
I listened to Astroworld.
What do you think of Astroworld?
I think it sounds like regular Travis, to
Really?
be very honest.
To me, it
I'm
almost
not
sounds.
a big Travis listener either, so no one should take my opinion for a shit.
Same here, bro.
But I
I
think
still
it
haven't
sounds like
listened to it.
regular him.
Yeah. That album really sounds really fragmented to me. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
here's a new part now. Here's a new part. Like 3 different parts in one song.
in one song.
But it's crazy. And also I like listening to Basement. Let me see. Just like I like all sorts of different bands. Mac DeMarco is huge for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw him live twice.
Really?
Yeah.
How was he?
Oh, okay. Completely different experiences each time. The first time was in 2016. He played at Stanley Park. It was like a festival. It was so wild. It was
Stanley
outdoors.
Yeah, Vancouver.
In Vancouver, yeah. It was like outdoors. It was like a festival. It was so insane. He had all these like blow up things, just like you know in Family Guy, the wacky waving arm inflatable tube guy. That
guy? Yeah.
He had a bunch of those going, and he like had them pointed at the crowd. It was insane. The second time he went this is when the first time was when another one another one came out, and the second one was after This Old Dog came out. The second concert was at the Vogue in Vancouver.
Oh, wow.
And he was like really worn out this time though. He was like drinking like a lot on stage, which he wasn't doing the first time. And I remember he was playing on the river, and you know the part at the end where like all the distortion happens and all of like the like wildness happens. He was like in his drummer's case, and he just like started crowd surfing in the case, and like he was like hiding and stuff from everybody. Then he went back on stage, and the entire crowd was silent. He was like breaking shit. The entire crowd was silent.
Wow, really?
He like looked at the band, looked at the crowd, and everything was silent. He was like, boys, I need to go home. And then later on in the set, he ended up pissing his pants
Wow.
and had this total freak out, and people
man,
were walking
that
out,
sucks.
and I was just like, I actually felt so bad for him because I was just like,
Yeah.
he was so worn out. Like Mac DeMarco is I think one of the biggest indie musicians around right now.
Yep.
And you can tell that he was just completely worn out from doing this for years and years consistently, you know. So but that's just sort of how my experiences were.
The first one was great. Second one was like, yo.
Buddy, please take a break.
Yeah.
Yeah, for your health, dude.
Yeah.
But amazing artist.
Yeah, no, he's
Honestly speaking,
amazing.
Amazing artist.
Yeah, he's done so much.
Yeah.
Especially the stuff that's like personally affected me, you know, like I just love his music. It's so good. Yeah. What do you guys listen to?
Right now, I'm starting to dive into Gus Dapperton.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'm starting to like the guy.
Gus, yeah, he's interesting.
He's interesting.
What's
a lot
he
of
like?
Very synthy indie rock.
Gotten tired
Okay.
of his voice, to be honest.
Yeah?
I'm tired of hearing his voice
I like
at this
it. I
point.
like his voice.
Right
Well,
now.
The Districts, always.
Always.
Always the
Okay, I
Districts.
gotta listen to the Districts. I want to know what these guys are like. I'm trying to find
Hippocampus?
more shit.
Hippocampus is great.
Hippocampus is also a really good, big influencer of the
Yeah.
band.
Do you guys listen to Superorganism?
No, I don't know them.
Those guys are crazy. They're
Yeah.
awesome. They're like there's like 12 members in one band.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and
Okay.
the vocalist is, and they have varying age ranges. I have no idea how young the vocalist is, but she's like Japanese or something, and I
Yeah.
think she's like 12.
Wow.
Interesting.
And she sings, and it's
12?
Yeah, I
Wow.
think I could be totally wrong. She might look that age, but she's like,
That's
but
more likely
Superorganism
the
is
case.
insane. Yeah, Superorganism is insane. You guys should listen to them.
Check out Hyoku. You might like them.
Yeah,
Who?
they're really good.
Hyoku.
Hyoku.
Japanese band, right?
No, I think they're Korean.
Korean?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Hyoku's
Yeah.
great. Wow.
Oh, yeah, they are Korean.
They're one of my bigger influences, for sure.
Okay, I will definitely check them out. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll need to write those down actually. Yeah.
I can send them to you.
Yeah, please do.
Last
Please do.
question for you, bro.
Yes.
Do you watch anime?
Oh, no.
Oh man, I haven't watched anime in a long time, but the last one that I watched was both of the Full Metal Alchemists.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
good. Yeah, okay, good.
Do you
good, good.
recommend?
I think I'm gonna rewatch it. I've seen it twice.
You know what? Let's
Watch it.
rewatch it together.
Brotherhood
I've never
is
watched
so
it.
good.
No.
I've never watched
No,
it.
I'm not watching it with you.
Come
bro.
on, man.
Just watch it
Like
by
cuddle,
yourself.
have some popcorn.
No, no.
Yo, which one did you like better? Did you like Brotherhood or the
Brotherhood for sure.
Brotherhood for
For
sure.
sure.
Yeah.
Brotherhood. I actually read the manga too.
Did you?
Yeah.
Do you watch it with subs or dubs?
Subs.
Subs,
Oh,
yeah, subs,
bro.
yeah.
You can't watch dubbed anime and say you watch anime.
Except
That's
for-
disrespectful.
Except for Dragon Ball Z, though.
Is Dragon Ball Z really even that? It's a comic at this point.
It is, yeah. But it's just like, as an Indian man, though, like, come on, as an Indian boy, like, yo, I love Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, I think everyone grew up on Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
damn, once I started watching like good shit, I never really watched it, to be honest. I knew about it. It was huge on the anime culture, especially in the Western world, but I didn't watch it. And then once I really got into it, I was like, Dragon Ball Z is kinda trash. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, yeah,
I can't say
the
anything.
Dragon Ball Z has so much filler because they were writing the manga
Yeah.
at the same time as
Yeah.
writing the show, and the show they had to basically just stretch out. Like, how many episodes do you see of Goku just like running on Snake Road and shit? Like, yo, come
Interesting.
on, it's like Goku running on a road again and again and again.
Reminds me of One Piece.
Yeah, I just started watching Attack on Titan.
Oh yeah.
He kind of gave me a list of animes to watch. I kind of found it interesting, so I'm gonna watch a couple more animes. But what's the other one that we watched at your place before the gig?
Oh, Castlevania?
No, One Punch Man.
Oh, what, you watch
One Punch Man.
Oh,
I
I've
think
heard
that's
that's
going
good.
to be the next one I'm gonna watch.
Oh yeah, it's a great introductory one.
Or
Is
Full
it?
Metal
It's
Alchemist.
definitely a
Oh
great
yeah,
introduction
FMA
one.
is just awesome.
FMA is a solid classic.
Yeah. Oh my God. When no, I'm not gonna get into anything. No, you haven't
Very
watched it yet. I
solid
can't.
classic.
Oh, you can't say anything.
I can't say anything.
What
no.
kind of anime do you like, or when you do watch it? Like the
I'm not
fantasy
gonna-
stuff.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I haven't watched that much anime growing up. Like, I watched what was on YTV when I was growing up, right? So
YTV. Oh my God.
YTV? I've never heard YTV.
YTV
Is it
was
like
just
Canadian
like
thing?
It's a Canadian like kids network. So like
Oh, okay.
that's what was on and what I was watching and stuff. But like, I haven't really dove deep into the whole anime world. But like, I've always wanted to.
Yeah.
Like FMA was awesome, and I was just like, I want to watch more.
Yeah. If
Yeah.
you like FMA, you might like Seven Deadly Sins. It's not as serious as FMA. I'm not gonna lie. There's a lot of
Humor?
etchy stuff going in there.
Okay.
But it's very fantasy action in the same way.
Sick.
Yeah, so you might like that.
Sick. You know, I was never able to get into Death Note. I tried watching it.
I
It's a
heard that's
solid
really
classic.
good.
Oh
I
my
heard it-
God.
I know.
It's
It's
amazing.
incredible.
But how was the movie? Was it better than the
I
anime?
haven't seen it. Steven said
I
it's
heard
good.
I heard it's great. It was very
Steven
well
says
done.
it's good.
I can't say anything, of course,
I
but
haven't seen it, but
Huh.
Death
I-
Note is a friggin' classic. I've read it and watched it. Like,
Yeah.
it's great.
Yeah.
Whew.
oh, I
Maybe
have
it's
a
the
huge
maybe it's
list.
the anime style. Maybe it's
It might
because it's like
be.
older.
Yeah, it is. Definitely older.
But I don't know, man. I couldn't get into it. I'm sorry, I couldn't.
Oh man,
That's cool. It's okay.
Yeah. I'd love to actually get your recommendation on anime too. That'd be sick.
Sure.
Yeah.
We actually, well, he does. He Tega posts
Oh, yeah, I rate
reviews
yeah,
on
on
the
our
band
story.
page, actually on
What?
the stories.
Yeah. When I find the time, I find that like I've watched so many and I kind of want to review all of them, but I'm also like I want to watch new ones. I don't want to take the time out to post an old show I've seen. You know what I mean?
Oh.
So what was the last one you watched?
I just
really
finished.
weird
I
one.
just finished Soul Eater, which was interesting.
Dude, that sounds cool. What's that about?
Eating
It's
souls.
basically about death is like the god of the town, city, whatever, and they're training with apprentices and weapons to stop people from eating people's souls, essentially, and going evil.
Sweet. That
It
sounds
was
cool.
interesting. Yeah,
Sounds dark. I like
Yeah.
that kind of stuff.
it was. I found that the first couple episodes, I was like, I don't know if this is gonna be mature enough. But then I started hitting a few mature subjects, and I was like, this is good. Then the last episode was a bit too convenient for my liking, so I was like, yeah, you dropped off there. But
Tega has very high
I
standards.
do.
Oh, you're the type of person that I need around. I need you to, like, if I'm doing something, I should show it to you. And if you like it, then I know I'm doing something good.
Let's hope so.
Yeah. Okay, well,
Yeah.
any final words, boys?
Thanks for having us,
Thanks
man.
for having
Honestly,
us. Yeah, it was cool.
No
Pretty fun.
worries.
Yeah.
No worries. Yeah, no, this is a great episode. I really like this one. Yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for being a part of the show. And thank you to all the listeners for listening to our episode today. Remember to follow us on all of our social media at Instagram and Facebook at For the Culture Canada, and also all of our streaming platforms at For the Culture Canada Podcast. And make sure, don't forget to rate the episodes if you like them. If you didn't like the episodes, maybe don't rate it. But anyway, have a great rest of your day, y'all.